If you messed up again, here's what God actually thinks of you. You promised yourself you wouldn't do it again, but here you are. Same mistake, same sin, same shame spiral. And now you're sitting there thinking, what's wrong with me? Why can't I get this right? God must be so disappointed in me. I need to tell you something that might change everything. Shame is a liar. It tells you that you are your mistakes, that you're too far gone, that God's patience with you has run out. And so you hide. You avoid prayer because you're ashamed to face God. You feel like a hypocrite at church because you're still struggling with the same things. But here's the thing about shame. It keeps you stuck. It keeps you from the very grace that could set you free. And the enemy loves that. He doesn't just want you to sin. He wants you to believe that your sin defines you. But it doesn't. In Romans chapter 8, verse 1, Paul writes this: "There is now no condemnation for those who are in Christ Jesus." No condemnation. Not less condemnation if you try harder. Not condemnation until you get your act together. No condemnation. That means when God looks at you, He doesn't see your failures. He sees His son, His daughter, covered by the grace of Jesus. Yes, you messed up. Yes, you'll probably mess up again, but that doesn't change how He sees you. Shame says, you're a failure. Grace says, you're forgiven. Shame says, God's done with you. Grace says, God's not finished with you. Shame says, you'll never change. Grace says, I am changing you, one day at a time. And here's the most important part. God's love for you isn't based on your performance. It's based on His character. He doesn't love you because you're good. He loves you because He is good. I remember a conversation with a woman, let's call her Emily. She struggled with the same sin for years. Every time she fell, she'd beat herself up, convinced she was the worst Christian ever. She stopped going to church because she felt like a fraud. One day, she finally broke down and confessed everything to a trusted friend. And do you know what her friend said? "Emily, do you think you're the first person to struggle with this? Do you think God's surprised?" That hit her. She realized she'd been so focused on her shame that she forgot about God's grace. She started praying differently. Not, "God, I'm sorry I'm such a mess," but, "God, thank you that your love doesn't depend on me getting it right." And slowly, things started to shift. Not because she became perfect, but because she stopped letting shame keep her from grace. So if you're drowning in shame right now, here's what you need to do. First, confess it. Not to shame yourself, but to release it. Say, "God, I messed up. I'm sorry. I need your grace." Second, receive the grace. Don't just ask for forgiveness and then keep punishing yourself. Believe that when God forgives you, you're forgiven, period. Third, get back up. Don't let one failure define your whole story. You're not a failure. You're a work in progress, and God's still working on you. The shame you feel doesn't have the final word. Grace does. If this spoke to you, subscribe for more truth, and drop a comment if you've struggled with shame. You're not alone, and your story isn't over.